Hello, everybody. We're talking about exploding beers today. How many comments have we gotten? How many comments have we gotten on my snapping? What are you doing? Oh yeah, that's our theme song.
Hello everybody, welcome to Another Man's Nostalgia. We revisit everybody's favorite shows, movies, and games from the mid-90s to mid-2000s. Don't worry, we'll take the bull. This week, Avengers Infinity War is coming out.
So excited.
Are you guys excited about it?
Yeah. How many movies have there been for that?
No, I really am
18, I think.
I gotta tell you something. When I saw the trailer, I think I got goosebumps like twice.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so good.
My favorite part of those trailers when they play the theme. Bum, bum,
Yeah.
bum, bum.
It's kind of weird.
One of my favorite is, it was the quote that's in the.
Oh, there's an idea or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an idea.
It's kind of
form a team.
Isn't it okay? And it was my understanding when they announced these stretch of movies that Infinity War was going to be Infinity War 1 and then Infinity War 2, and then that was
they switched it after because they were going to do part 1, part 2, but I think they probably found a better name.
But you're right. But it's still part of Phase 3, right? It's just weird to me.
So.
It's weird to me that they're making this it all comes down it's all led to this.
Well, we also know
there's going to be a fourth one.
We also know that
soon.
But we also know Phase 4 are changing a lot.
They're saying that not everyone might be casted for that fourth one. So, you're right. It does.
They've already filmed it though.
Yeah,
it's all done.
They've already filmed the fourth.
Yeah, because it's coming out next year.
I know.
So it's weird to me that they're making such a big deal about this one when there's going to be a fourth one that's in the same.
I thought some people that were actors, they haven't signed on for the fourth.
They haven't signed on for Phase 4, the next phase.
We don't know a lot about Phase 4 except we just know dates.
Did they film both of them at the same time?
Back to back.
Yeah.
John, remember when we all saw, it was your birthday party 10 years ago that we saw Iron Man.
Totally remember this.
We went to that rinky-dink theater.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere. And now it's closed. And I remember we got there 2 hours early, and we just sat outside.
There was 5 other people.
Yeah, but we were
just us. But we were so excited
about the first Iron Man movie.
I don't remember this.
Happy birthday, John.
I felt very hipsterish about that.
Yeah,
because I'm like,
it wasn't big yet. We were
one of the first people to really realize this could be really huge.
Right.
So I do feel a little hipsterish about it.
Agree?
I do. I don't really flaunt it, but I feel like I helped start the MCU.
I feel like everybody has something that they're like, yeah, I was the first of that. I was one of the first. I mean, even though a lot of people saw that movie. But yeah, I get what you're saying. All right, anyways.
I was the first out of, I don't know,
just a brag.
10 million people.
But what people don't forget is that was a huge, because Iron Man is not an A-list character.
No, none of them are. Except for, now they are. Now they have Spider-Man.
But not even Cap is A-list.
No, at the time they weren't. It's incredible. And that's why...
The Incredible Hulk.
They did a really good job building that universe.
Yep.
All right, so let's go back to the show that we watched this week.
So with that...
Chris, what show did we watch
this week? We watched Spider-Man, the 1994 animated series.
Spider-Man.
Roll the feed.
Spider-Man. Radioactive spider blood.
Or we just have that instead.
Yeah. That was nice.
Spider blood.
Okay. So well, I think last week we said that Justin was going to cover this show, but so I watched the first episode.
It was stolen.
And I almost I got a little teary-eyed, not really, but I was just entranced by it.
He texted me and said, "I need this."
I did.
You know why he wanted the show? Because he knows he's gonna probably get points on it.
That's not true.
Because he watched it, he's like,
"That's not true.
I'm gonna get points."
If y'all want to give points, then you're more than welcome. Honestly, I felt like y'all were gonna think it was bad. I guess we'll get into it. I feel like I was so clouded by it. So let me tell you a little my history.
I have my own opinion.
Hold on. Oh wait, not yet.
Let me tell you a little bit. Hang on, about my history of Spider-Man.
Yeah, we gotta tell each other's.
So
I guess story behind it.
I don't think y'all knew this about me. I did not like these shows when growing up. I didn't like superheroes growing up, until I was 10, and I saw Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Who are you?
I know. I saw the Tobey Maguire
You're
Spider-Man.
not a true fan. Get out of here.
I saw the
Jazz out of here.
I saw the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, right, in 2002. I saw a trailer for it, and I was all over it. I like the idea of seeing a live action dude swinging. So after that, I bought a Spider-Man encyclopedia.
Oh, Jesus.
And it began.
It's like Chris just got opened up to this universe.
I did.
And he just went all out.
And then
His parents were like, "Oh God."
And then I bought the novelization of the movie, which are always terrible. They're never good books.
Novelization.
And and
was it the kids version
Okay,
where
hey,
it was really dumbed down?
I got a story about it was one of the first times I ever went to Chris's house.
There we go.
He invites me over. We're walking upstairs, and I'm seeing
I was there.
He's got. I don't think so. I don't think so. No, for real. You weren't there.
No.
All right, so we're walking up the stairs, and we get to his room, and his room is just
decked out in Spider-Man.
It's decked out in Spider-Man stuff, and decked out Bionicles.
It still is today.
There was all these little. Was it Lego? People?
It's Bionicles.
Was it still Bionicles?
Yeah.
Because he had shelves of Bionicles, and then he had...
I don't know what was on my shelf. I don't know.
Bionicles.
Yeah. Anyway, he goes, "I gotta show you this," and he pulls out the encyclopedia and hands it to me.
Yeah.
And it was it
really
almost... yeah.
Look at page
It almost
35,
seemed
line
he
2.
had it for 10 years before.
I did. The binding was falling apart. Here's the thing, though. It's a little book. It's a square foot tall. It's a big book. It's not like a normal little book. And
Like an encyclopedia.
Yeah. Each page has a 2-page thing about each person that was ever in the book, and I read everything. I read it all.
And that's why Chris had no friends growing up.
And
That's not
isn't
true.
that your favorite superhero, Spider-Man?
Yeah. And because of that stuff, and because of that movie. I mean, not like them all, but he's definitely my favorite. So, anyways, I started watching this, and I just got excited about it. And then I watched the show after that, but it was already off the air. I just watched it online at one point or another. So I took it over
Legally. You watched it
legally?
legally?
I don't think there was a way to get it legally at the time.
Did you guys watch this legally?
Yeah, I got it from... I actually got it from...
Chris...
I actually got it from PlayStation
that.
for $5.
Did you?
Yeah, it was like
Good
a
for
sale
you.
or something.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Legally.
PlayStation. It was great quality.
I watched all those...
Technically,
You
Okay.
watched all those?
John.
See, I never watched Batman or Superman
Batman's
or X-Men. I didn't watch any of those.
I watched all those like you, John. Batman, Spider-Man. It came along right after school.
Yeah.
So I don't remember watching them on Saturdays, but it was first it was Superman and Batman. I think the WB. Spider-Man was I didn't remember it very much. I came into it with very low expectations because okay, everything since that I've picked so far has not lived up to it.
Yeah.
I wasn't very happy. Spider-Man was my second favorite. Batman was my first. Mm-hmm. Probably because of those Batman movies and the Batman TV show.
I remember when Batman came on, but I don't remember when when I would watch Spider-Man.
I remember watching on Fox Kids. I remember it being
Was
there.
it Fox?
Yeah, it was part of the Fox Kids. When I think so, it was Batman.
Because Batman came on WB around the same time Animaniacs came on, and I think it was
WB.
It was Superman, Batman,
and it was a daily thing,
and Tiny Toons and all that.
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have some fun facts about the show, but I also have some fun facts just about the Spider-Man history in general. Some of it is nuts.
I'm sure it is.
Okay, go ahead.
I used to read the Spider-Man comic books, and that's how I fell in love with Spider-Man when I was little.
That's a true novice right there. Anyway, go ahead. Sing your fun facts theme. Oh, here goes snaps.
Facts. Spider-Man.
Spider-Blood. Okay.
Spider-Blood.
Let's just start with the fun facts. Y'all want to do that? and then we can kind of say our review at the end. Kind
Can I
of
say my favorite fun fact?
go for it.
That Mark Hamill was in this.
Yes, he was again.
Hobgoblin.
He was the Hobgoblin.
Sorry, Charlie. Spider-Man. But you're a little late for Halloween. Name's Hobgoblin. And you're right on time for your funeral.
Which is a great choice
And
for him.
the second
Yeah, no,
I heard
it
it, I'm
is.
like, holy crap. That's freaking Mark
So
Hamill.
they picked Hobgoblin. Okay, this is ridiculous. It just proves how ridiculous like these cartoons were. These cartoons, nothing that I think we've watched so far, except for maybe the live action stuff, was made to be a cartoon. It was always made to sell toys, right?
Yeah.
So they made a Hobgoblin toy, and before they had actually ever written a story for this, and before they had Norman and Harry Osborn, and then they're like, wait, we want to do Green Goblin. And they said, nope, we already have a Hobgoblin toy. You got to do Hobgoblin first. That's why Hobgoblin was in the show before the Green Goblin.
I thought Harry came in. I guess Harry was that after the Hobgoblin?
No, they're in it, but they're not the Green Goblin.
Okay, I was
not
about
the
to say.
Green-
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah.
they were in it. Okay,
Right.
I didn't understand.
So
what
they
you
wrote them
said.
in. They just didn't have them as them.
Now, and I always thought that the Hobgoblin was Osborn.
No.
No, that's just Spider-Man 3 bullshit.
Yeah, that's true. Even though he was technically called the
The
Goo Goblin,
yeah.
which is so stupid.
And then that was in both movies. He was
yeah,
that.
I have a story about
Ugh.
Spider-Man 3. About John.
Oh God, what
John.
is it?
Do you remember this?
No.
So,
Are we gonna say?
I got a
are
little
we
bit of
gonna stop
history
your
here.
fun facts, or are we? Gonna
we went on Spider-Man 3, and I really wanted to tell this story. Okay, so
I don't know what he's about to say.
As
I'm
a-
kind of nervous.
as a guy, I'm talking about me here, in high school, I feel like every single guy that I know.
Oh no!
Every single guy that
No,
I
I know this story.
Every-
No, hey, dude.
Go ahead.
This goes against like my big character right here.
Go
Like,
ahead.
I was
Nope.
very immature when this happened. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know what
okay.
you're talking
It's
about.
okay. Have you heard this joke, Justin?
I'm pretty sure I have.
Anyways,
No.
everybody in high school, I feel like every guy I
I feel
know,
so bad for this.
Every
I
guy-
really do.
every guy I know in high school has a girl that they did not treat well. Usually, it's a girl that likes them more than they like them. Like
John had 20.
Yeah, well, I can know both of y'all's, and like because guys are immature and stuff, they don't handle it well. Well, I was in a similar situation where this girl liked me. I kind of liked her, but I didn't know if I wanted to date her. Turns out another girl liked me. We'll call them Girl A and Girl B. And both of them, I was trying to decide who I liked, and John and Justin were my best friends, so I confided in them that I liked both of them.
God.
So, again, I was a big Spider-Man fan.
So embarrassing about this story.
Well,
I'm
you told
so
me
sorry,
you talked about my
dude.
room decoration when I was 10 years old. So
I'm
this,
so sorry,
this story's
dude.
happening. So I'm really excited about Spider-Man coming out, Spider-Man 3, because I like the first two, even though the movie turned out to be trash and I did not like it. But
It's an understatement.
me and John were
That wasn't the worst part of that night.
me and John decided to go together. Sorry, Justin, I don't know where you're at. You were busy that night, I remember. I don't
Yeah,
know.
sure.
I don't know if he was busy. Anyways,
They probably forgot me.
so
We're just gonna say you were busy.
John texts me and he
forgot
says,
me.
"Hey, I'm going to invite Girl A." And I said, "Cool, that'd be fun." So about 2 hours later, he texts me and says, "Actually, Girl B is going to go." So my thought was, oh, he asked Girl A, she said she couldn't go, and then Girl B, so he asked Girl B instead. I was like, what a good wingman. No, apparently he texted Girl A, she didn't text him for 2 hours, so he texted Girl B, and then both of them said yes. So
I remember this.
So
I was trying to help.
so
it
it was
didn't
me,
work.
the two girls I liked who did not know each other, and John. I'm the last person to get there, and I'm like, okay,
Oh my
maybe
God.
John will set up the seating where I can sit in between them, where it's like John, Girl A, blank spot, Girl B, so I can sit in between and at least like keep
Yeah.
away from each other.
I know.
No, I walk in, Girl A, John, Girl B, so I have to decide which side I'm going to sit on and make a commitment right then and there.
Sorry.
I remember this.
Moral of the story is, don't do that, guys. It's not cool.
I'm
And I ended up
sorry.
dating up neither of them. Probably because of that. No, I'm just kidding. It's all good. But I just thought that story was funny.
I think the moral of the
hate that
story is I want to know where I was on all this.
You're busy, man.
Yeah, sure.
I asked you 3 times. You
Jerk-
couldn't go.
Jerks.
You're practicing for band.
Yeah, because I did that.
So, okay, I don't know if y'all noticed this at all. Fox Kids, when Spider-Man was being made, said that they couldn't have any kind of punching in the show because shows like Power Rangers and the Batman animated series were getting banned from Canada So
Canadians have hockey. They punch each other all the time.
No one is ever punched in the face in the series ever. Isn't that crazy?
I didn't even notice that.
Canadians like hockey. What's the issue?
I know, but seriously, isn't it weird? Like, you'd think that at some point he would have punched. He never punched.
There's a bunch of action in the show, too.
A bunch of action.
I always think that there might have been some type of violence, like fist.
I mean, he's swinging. He's swinging from high-rise buildings.
Right.
It's not exactly. Hey, kids, don't do this.
He kicked.
He kicks. He like webs people up. He web shoots like balls, so like punches them, but he doesn't actually punch.
That's weird.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
Not my Spider-Man.
So what y'all think of the show? Then?
Now that you told me that really bothers me.
It's pretty bad, right?
It kind of changes my view.
It captured what Spider-Man's supposed to be. Like when it's kind of hard because I don't know if what Spider-Man's supposed to be is kind of almost based on this show. Like this is kind of where everything started because I don't remember the comic book and this show being very similar to each other.
No, he was never. I mean, in this, he's like later on. You know what I mean? Like the story of him is really supposed.
He's in
to
college.
Yeah, they do a good job with the problem. The thing about Spider-Man is he's supposed to be a guy whose life sucks. He becomes Spider-Man, and his life becomes worse. You know what I mean?
Still sucks.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what they do a good job with that. I just wish he would have been a little bit younger.
He catches the essence of like those like kind of one-liners that he does like all the time.
He has some pretty good quips.
Yeah,
I didn't really like the quips, honestly.
It made the show a little bit annoying because it was a lot.
Yeah,
It's still a kids show, so
yeah.
It's not gonna be
Yeah, you're right.
There was
This
some
era
quips
quip.
that I'm like, man, I wouldn't have got that if I was a kid.
You know, I wish somebody would do on it. I wish somebody would re-edit the whole thing, and edit out his audio whenever he's just thinking. It'd be a lot of like awkward silences because he just like randomly starts thinking like in all the scenes. Have you noticed that? I mean, a lot of it's in his head, which is fine.
Yeah,
but it's just funny. So they also had like access to the entire Marvel universe because there was like really no other shows going on other than X-Men. So like
they mentioned so many.
I wrote down a lot
in there.
They wrote down the
Fantastic Four,
Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers, Defenders,
Tick.
Hulk, the Tick.
He mentions the Avengers and Defenders almost in the same sentence.
Yeah, he does.
When he's going through the sewer in the first episode.
Yep.
He's like,
that was like the first.
I think it was the
second
first episode. Yeah.
What a slimy mess. Why can't I be one of those galaxy hopping superheroes? Why do I end up in the sewers? Ugh. You don't find the Fantastic Four in a sewer, or the Avengers. Never have I seen the Avengers in a sewer, or the Defenders. Well, maybe the Hulk.
Animatium, it's Clobbering Time, and Plutonium. He mentions them all. It's crazy. I thought they do a good job with the villains in it. And because
There was a bunch of them.
Yeah, I mean, and I like that we don't really talk about the plot in this because every episode's its own plot. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, but
Kinda pointless.
I mean, you guys know the story of Spider-Man.
Why didn't they do that? Why didn't they do the origin story? Because I don't think at this point everyone would have known.
They wouldn't have.
about
I mean, he was the
origin
most
story
famous
about-
Marvel superhero, but
He still is.
Yeah,
he's
he
still
still is.
number one.
Yeah, but you're right. I do like how they do have that scene like pretty early on when they do the Uncle Ben stuff. You remember that?
Yeah, it shows him doing the wrestling.
Yeah, they do the
thing.
and then his Uncle Ben dying.
He lets the guy go.
That was like episode 4 or 5.
Yeah, it was later on. It wasn't the first episode.
Yeah,
yeah.
no, yeah.
It's kind of cool. I liked it.
You like that?
I did like the way they handled that because I think, I don't think kids would have cared too much. I think they still knew who I knew who Spider-Man was. Like, I didn't know. I think it was like 6 or 7 at the time when it came out. Like, I didn't know everything.
Well, it came out in '94, but it's probably syndicated later on.
Yeah, I probably saw
I
it
think
when I was 6
I think the first episode I saw was about 6 or 7.
Yeah, I was probably 6 or 7. So I'm like, ooh, that's Spider-Man. Oh, yeah, he got bitten by a bug. I'm pretty sure I heard it somewhere. I don't think I read the comics at that point.
Yeah.
But I knew the story. I don't think we don't need that.
No. Even though the Sony movies just keep trying to jam it down our throat every single time. But yeah, I agree.
Not so much in the new one.
It kind of bothered me a little bit how they would just kind of throw the bad guys into the storyline without really any explanation.
Yeah, and I thought it was kind of weird. Yeah, I completely agree with you. And I think it's kind of weird that every single, and I guess it kind of makes sense, but every single episode had the villain's origin almost. You know what I mean? I guess not. The Lizard didn't, but like I feel like almost all of them, like it was the first time Spider-Man had ever like encounter those people. I wish he would have like knew, like he'd be like, oh, this guy again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I liked it though. I think the acting was pretty good in it. I don't think it was.
I did like the voice.
Yeah, the
Voice is
voices
good.
were pretty good.
I have a little bit about the voices. Peter Parker is voiced by Christopher Daniel Barnes, who was also the voice of Eric in The Little Mermaid.
Who's Eric?
Doesn't do
in
anything
Mermaid?
for me.
Who's Eric?
The prince. The Little Mermaid.
Okay.
Kiss the
I
girl.
mean, I know who he is. I just don't care.
Fine. Well, do you care that he was also Greg Brady in the Brady Bunch movie?
I've never
It was
seen.
a Brady Bunch movie.
No one at the same cast. It was like 20 years later.
It was a what?
Yeah.
It's not down my alley.
Was it
Okay.
animated?
Here, you'll like this one. J. Jonah Jameson. Did he sound familiar to you?
Kind of.
A little bit.
So he played Santa. It was the guy who played Santa in Elf.
That's
Oh.
cool.
You can hear it, right?
I like that.
And he was also Carl in Up.
Oh.
Yeah, right?
I like that.
It's not a wild goose chase, smart mouth. Look, subway repairman, missing. His friend says the lizard got him.
Boss, I got those names of the scientists who work with reptiles.
Good. Then you can interview him for background.
He was a good voice. I mean, he's no...
That's definitely what I thought Jonah Jameson sounded like until we got.
the perfect J.K. Simmons.
Yes.
Yeah. Who can never be
Perfect.
redone. How's anybody going to...
I really hope they don't cast someone else.
Who would they
for
be?
it.
Who would it be?
They want to. What is it? They want to cast. Who was it? Ice-T. No, I think for.
What?
They will do something weird. They will do something like that,
Yeah.
though. You know they will.
You know what? It might work.
There's like a
It might
rumor-
work.
There's a rumor going around that.
But it almost has to be somebody like that. It has to be somebody so different that nobody will call any kind of relation to it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
But he's
That's-
so good.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons just... Okay, I gotta tell you all this ridiculousness. So, speaking of Stan Lee,
Did we bring up Stanley? I don't
Did
remember.
y'all?
I don't think so.
okay, let me restart that.
Chris has had 5 beers already.
I was thinking of something else.
It's just.
Those sounds you're hearing, the clinks, is him throwing his beer cans behind
Alright,
him.
sorry.
Clink, clink.
Alright, let me restart.
Speaking of Stanley.
He's always on my mind, man. Alright.
That was hilarious.
Is something else you said that made me...
You mean like the big nude painting you have of him right here?
Yeah. Alright.
He pointed to that. Speaking of Stanley.
Excelsior.
What I meant to say was, so in the 1970s or 1960s, there's a cartoon, right? You probably heard Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
No, I've never heard of it.
That's where it came from.
All
Ever
the
since
all the
then,
memes?
about every 10 years, they try to make a movie about it. And they all
About
and
what?
Spider-Man, a Spider-Man movie, after a live-action Spider-Man movie, after that. So they tried in the 70s, didn't work. Tried in the 80s, made it like really, really different. Stan Lee hated the premise, but he wanted to be J.K. Simmons, not J.K. Simmons, J.J. Jonah Jameson, which actually might have worked. That's what I was gonna say. Surprisingly, did not get taken off the ground. And then at that point, Sony and MGM owned it. They owned it with James Bond, and MGM took James Bond, and Sony took Spider-Man. And then they made the Spider-Man movies, which I loved.
Who won that one? Did Sony or did MGM?
That's a good question, because that was like right at the time when they started making the Casino Royale.
I think Sony wins.
They made some money off that, and Marvel had to buy him back.
But they made so
Didn't-
much.
Or
they
no,
made
they
s-
now. What's the whole deal now with Spider-Man? I forgot.
It's still Sony still owns
They
it.
own parts of it, right?
They own all of it, but
Marvel's basically fixing their shit.
they're basically writing all of it and casting and doing all the creative stuff.
I'm sure they get a cut of it.
Yeah, and Sony just kind of splits it.
Well, they might just say we'll make your movies good, so we can put them in our movies,
I think that's exactly what it is. I think Sony makes
and
all
you
the
can
money.
still make your individual ones as long as we write them.
Yeah. So that's the plan now.
Basically, you're making our character shit.
right.
You can make money off it still because legally we have to let you, but we're going to take him back.
That's a really good question. I don't know who would have won that, because Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2 got a lot of money.
Spider-Man
No, they did.
went. Spider-Man wins.
But Spider-Man 3 didn't. Amazing Spider-Man did worse, and then Amazing Spider-Man 2 did even worse than that.
But that's still 5 movies versus what, 3 in the last
4.
3 years for Bond.
Casino Royale, Quantum Solace, Skyfall, and Spectre.
Those didn't make as much more than Spider-Man though.
Casino Royale and Quantum Solace did. Anyways,
did?
I think so. No, not as much as Spider-Man. No, you're right. I guess you're right. Fine.
Try.
Podcast over. All right.
Friendship over.
I didn't like some of the puns. Did y'all catch the puns? There's a lot of bad
No,
puns.
there was.
I expect it.
It was part of his quips that he had. It was
Yeah.
he kind of threw them in there, but
Yeah, Anyway, this lizard thing is probably just an urban myth. Wait a minute. Looks like I was myth-taken.
He is a nerd.
I mean,
That's true. I guess he is.
does he really act like a nerd, like in the show though?
No. Okay, let's talk about.
He acts like a nerd when he's Spider-Man.
Yeah, he does.
Not when he's Peter Parker.
Well, he's like this huge jagged dude.
Okay.
and
Hold
he's like a ladies'
All
man.
right, nope. You get to now. I get to come in and get you talked about him.
Okay.
He is so oddly shaped. Okay, it's like he is all shoulder and chest, and it goes into a triangle, and he's got these little ass legs.
Why are you looking at his little ass legs, Justin?
Because it's a triangle for his body.
Spider-Man doesn't look weird though.
That's what makes me mad. Because Peter
He
Parker
transforms.
No, he puts on a suit.
He transforms in the suit.
He is so.
Okay.
That's
awkward.
Spider-Man's ability.
Maybe the Spider-Man suit has a lot of padding in the legs to even him out a little
His
bit.
shoulders are his shoulders are so freaking broad. Did not bother anybody else how out proportioned he was.
I didn't really notice it.
It's probably because you don't have broad shoulders.
It was bad.
But think about.
You're my size.
But think about.
I think I'm taller than you.
But think about.
Broad shoulders have nothing to do with height.
Think about Superman. Like the Superman animated series, he was a triangle.
Yes, I said everything in the '90s was that weird. Batman was weird.
But there is something weirder about
Batman had a freaking square head.
But they're all like that in Spider-Man.
I know, but that's what bothers me.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I thought it was fine. So, John, last week you didn't know what symbiote meant. You know what it means now?
Symbiote?
Symbiote.
You got it? Symbiote?
No.
Seriously?
What
You
does
watched
sim
4
mean?
episode of it.
What does sim mean,
Listen,
John?
here we go. Teacher over here's going to teach you about it.
SYM.
The symbiote suit. The Venom suit.
Oh, okay.
Same living.
Can't believe it. They were called the symbiote sagas. You didn't know.
And
Were
you
they really?
Maybe they weren't.
I don't think so. I think they were called...
The black suit.
I thought it was
like
the
alien.
The alien
something.
suit. Yeah.
Oh, burn!
All right. Ding. Just to get the ding. Yeah, so I think you mentioned it before, but isn't it kind of cool how like all the plots of these like superhero or these supervillains that we saw in the movies, like were the exact same?
Yeah, it's so close to the
movies,
that
yeah.
you loved.
Yep,
It's crazy.
Because even like the Venom was like not that way in the comics, like at the church when like comes, but like it was spot on with the movies.
love
the
is
movie because let's say some of the similarities.
Okay.
When it came to the first episode, it was Lizard, and it was close to the first Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, very close. Yeah. He didn't
when
have a family, but
When it came to
Doc Ock,
really, and the fusion generator.
the fusion generator.
All right, it didn't go into the ocean, but he had one, and that was like his main goal.
Yeah.
He had it. He captured some chick and took some hostages, just like the movie.
Yep.
When it came to Green Goblin,
Well,
it put Mary Jane, or not Mary Jane, but it put his aunt in the hospital. And
Yep, that's
there
true.
was like some similarities when it came to that.
Hobgoblin,
Yeah, Hobgoblin. That's a Green Goblin. I apologize.
it's cool.
You should.
There's
Ding.
There's fans yelling at me right now.
I was twitching over here, like,
You're saying the name wrong.
fix it.
All right. What was some of the
wrong,
similarities?
wrong.
No, but it's true. And then like, what did I have down? Well, even like the entire Alien suit saga was like,
And
Spider-Man.
and Venom, and like how he gets Venom off his his
and, like,
physical body, he bangs it against the
bell.
the bell.
Yeah. And he like, remember he's laying in bed when the suit grabs onto him and he wakes up and he's
Upside
looking
down?
upside down
Yeah.
at the window.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
I want your opinion on the black suit. Which suit did you like better? Did you like the black suit from Spider-Man 3 or this one with the Venom
Definitely
logo?
this one.
I don't know why. I think I probably know why they went with the black suit in the movie because it was probably cheaper just to do that. But man, I really like that black suit so much.
This one.
The way, especially the way like he does his webs.
Yeah.
Just from his like wrist.
From his wrist.
Like it's
that
the
was cool.
opposite way of what you would do it. It's an opposite suit.
Yep.
I was like, oh, God, Venom is so
Forgot one
freaky looking. That like tongue.
And his voice is great too.
God, I love that Venom.
Yeah,
And
he's
you know
good.
what? All right, this is a really
It was a good. It was 3 episodes, right?
Yeah, I think it's 3.
not to go back to
it was
Spider-Man
pretty good.
3, but I kind of like the Venom in Spider-Man 3 a little bit.
You mean the 4 seconds he's in the movie?
Yes, I kind of like
With
I kind of liked I kind of like that.
Okay, you like Venom, but please tell me you didn't like
What the Venom looked like in the movie was black sticky tack.
Yeah.
I kind of like.
God, I hope the new movie's good.
I didn't like Topher Grace.
Topher Grace is terrible.
But I did like the way they did the suit.
Yeah.
It's controversial.
Eddie Brock is no longer.
But the way like his mouth and the way like came off of his face and everything, I thought that was really cool.
They did a good job with that part.
Okay, so what are you saying about Brock?
So in the comics, Brock is no longer Venom. It's Flash Thompson, the bully from high school.
Isn't he like an agent Venom right now?
Yeah.
He's like an anti-hero.
Yeah, he's always he's officially he is an anti-hero. So Jameson, I like how they went into Jameson's backstory in this. Did y'all notice that, like about his wife getting murdered? And the reason he doesn't like Spider-Man is because Spider-Man wears a mask, and whoever killed his wife wears a mask, so he doesn't trust anybody who wears a mask.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make any sense then, because then he picks Mysterio to help him. You can't see Mysterio's face.
Well, it kind of pisses me off because Spider-Man saves him so many times, and a regular human,
right?
A regular human would be like, you know what? He's a good guy.
Not Jameson.
John, this is a comic book. Why haven't they figured out Superman is Clark Kent?
Because his glasses.
That's bullshit.
Bullshit to you, not to me.
How did they not figure out Bruce Wayne is Batman?
I don't know about that one. He changes his voice.
I'm Batman. Storm's coming.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Exactly. I like the.
What makes you special?
I don't know who you were trying to be there.
So here's the thing about Justin. Justin always picks really obscure lines to quote, and then asks us and looks at us like we're supposed to know. Have you noticed that?
Oh my god, that's so true.
That was a line before he said.
I know what line it is.
To the right. What's the difference between you and me?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Yes, I do. I know. I pick out.
I'm
little
so glad you
details
said
I
that out
find
loud.
funny.
Every time he does it, in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh my god.
We'll go through like a spell where all of us are quoting different things, and it'll get to a point where Justin says something. It's like, oh, it's like hi. Remember when he said hi? It's like, no, I don't remember when he said hi.
I'm pretty good at finding those little details.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, you are.
But yes, I know. It's one of my kinks. I mean, my quirks. And
So something else that's kind of weird. Okay, so I didn't know this. I never caught it until I read the fun facts. Okay, so your favorite line from the theme, what is it?
radioactive spider blood.
Right.
Okay, hey, I gotta say something.
Okay.
I had no idea what they were saying in the theme.
Me either.
You'll never figured it out.
No.
What I had to do was every episode I would watch it and it would be like a game to me. I'd be like, okay, am I gonna figure it out this time? Am I gonna figure it out this time?
He just turned off. Oh, damn it!
I'm not watching today. Last week,
Mom's like, what are you doing? I can't figure out this song.
Last week, Justin sang that part, and that was the first time I ever heard him say radioactive spider blood. I never knew that's what they were saying. What's funny about it, though, is that
I had a lot of free time.
do y'all like the theme?
Come on, really?
Okay,
Who does not like that theme?
It's a
Again,
great scene. It's very 90s.
I would listen to it so much I wouldn't pay attention to anything that was going on.
Right? It's good. So in the comics, though, in the time, they were going through a phase where they were trying not to do radioactive. They were trying to do neogenics. That was the new thing. So this spider wasn't radioactive. He was made by neogenics.
New genes.
Okay.
Did I say it wrong?
No. I'm just saying. He was like, what does that mean? Like,
Okay.
New genes.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Like pants.
No. Okay.
New pants.
All right.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, no problem. They all knew.
That was the end thing. It's a fashion thing. Okay,
Yeah,
I
it's a
got you.
fashion thing.
No, I got you.
No, so
I hate you all.
Justin, as a biology teacher, does not like that. Anyway, so apparently in the comics, everything was shifting to neogenics. They were trying to make, this spider, kind of like in the movie, the spider wasn't radioactive. It was made to be this way. It's a genetic spider, right? The only time radioactive is mentioned in this show is the song.
What if
It's not a radioactive spider.
Huh.
It's a and the singer of it is the guitarist of Aerosmith, who is how he dresses when he's going through different costumes and the
Joe
suit.
Perry?
Yeah, Joe Perry. Yeah.
Peter Parker. No, wait. How about that guy from Aerosmith? Maybe something more traditional.
So he's the one who wrote obviously the old...
Kids, if you don't know who Aerosmith is, they're the ones who sang Walk This Way. And if you don't know what that is...
What's the song from Armageddon?
Probably too young.
What's the song from Armageddon? They sing that one too.
Oh, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing?
Don't want to close my eyes!
We gotta mute this.
Pretty much that, yeah. That's close. You're close. Actually, Chris can sing...
Because I miss you, baby! What?
Fun fact about Chris,
What?
he actually can sing on tune pretty well.
I can.
No, actually not pretty well, pretty good.
Yeah. Wait,
little
which one's better?
Who you
Pretty good.
Okay, pretty good's better.
Who are you comparing this to?
No. So remember when we played Rock Band
We
a
used to
lot?
play Rock- yeah.
So in high school, this is nostalgia, we played Rock Band a lot.
Yeah, we
Maybe we
did.
should play that. If we
Maybe.
can do it. But anyways, we would...
Do you have it?
I don't know, I can't remember.
Okay. Well,
Anyway, so he would be able to sing like a lot of the songs like on
I would
tune.
get 100% on songs
Yeah,
in the video.
He was really good. It was really impressive, especially
You
Mr.
don't see Chris's
Brightside.
face, but it's like
I'm a little proud.
he's loving this. He's loving this.
I
Right
kind of
now.
forgot about
he's
that,
loving
honestly.
This praise.
I kind of forgot that
I
was a
remember
thing.
a lot because I was like, you don't have he doesn't have a good singing voice.
No, it's not
Let's
good.
make sure we establish that he cannot sing to save his life.
No.
but he can get in tune.
I
on Rock Band.
have a good... I can hear the pitch.
He's got a good ear,
Yeah, I have a good ear.
but
Two of them,
voice no. It's actually just one ear actually.
Let's talk more about how good I am. Yeah.
So about that shirt you're wearing, get out of it.
Please stay in it.
This is one of the first TV shows to have... First one of the cartoons to have CGI in it. You saw the CGI.
Oh yeah,
in the buildings.
the buildings.
Yeah.
And the theme song had it,
Necessary?
and some of the.
Probably not necessary. There's that one that was really distracting.
I don't think it meshed very well with the show.
Maybe it was Hobgoblin. There's one episode that was really distracting. It was when they're on the Brooklyn Bridge. You all notice that? It was like half. It was like half CGI, half regular, and it was really
Because
distracting.
the color scheme, excuse me,
It's darker. It's a lot darker when it came.
it's
to
very
the CGI.
comic booky. Okay, so we went to the Universal Studios and we went the Spider-Man ride. It's
Yeah.
a very distinct like color palette.
Well,
they have.
that Universal ride is based on this animated series.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
It's a very because they even do the projections like the show.
They do.
It's a very unique art style in my opinion. At least the color wise, I think.
I think
am I weird?
No,
thinking that?
I think you're right.
Like the color palette is very like it's bright but dark at the same time.
You do a good eye for visuals, and you were very, very brave to bring up Universal Studios on the podcast.
I hate you.
So I have a story about Universal Studios.
I'll put it in the time code.
I take back about your perfect pitch.
All right, thank you. I mean,
Just pulled the fire alarm and everyone clapped.
okay. We'll put the time code. Another kind of funny thing is Martin Landau. I don't know if that's how you say his last name.
Sorry, Martin Landau, if that's your real name.
Landau. Landau.
If that's your real name, Martin.
Landau. We'll call him Landau. Was the voice of Scorpion. So he recorded.
Because I care about that.
No, it's funny. He recorded 3 episodes.
That's definitely the lamest suit. Sorry, Martin Landau, but that's the lamest
No, it's
suit.
okay. I don't think he cares because
You didn't wear it.
here's a story. It wasn't actually a real suit. He recorded all of the episodes. So he was in 3 total episodes. 1 in season 1 as Scorpion, and then 2 in season 2. And then he won a Best Supporting Actor Oscar for a movie called Ed Woods, and he never came back. He thought he was too good for
Ed
it.
Wood. Oh, that Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, Tim Burton
The
movie.
one about the really bad director. It had Johnny Depp. I think it was one of Johnny Depp's first big like breaks.
Yeah. Wait. This guy won an Academy Award, and he decided he was too good for it. Never came back, so they
That's
had
a
to
good
recast
movie.
him.
That's a good movie-making movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Ever seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, shit.
Let's not talk about that.
You know, I'm trying to provide people with, facts and, little
About
things.
other things that we're not supposed to be talking about.
I'm trying to podcast
Justin,
here.
let's talk about what you want to talk about, which is who is hotter, Felicia or Mary Jane?
Dang. Now, am I right? Hold on. Felicia,
Let's talk about what
that's Black Cat, right?
Yeah, she becomes Black.
Okay, I wanted to make sure, because I was thinking, that's Black Cat. And I'm like, what?
Hey,
Okay.
hey, remember when she was in Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2, and they were gonna make a new sequel with her in it, and that never happened because that movie was trash and
I
terrible.
kind of put that on my mind.
Yeah.
that
I
movie.
honestly, I know she was supposed to die, but I
Talking
think
about, wait, no,
in Amazing Spider-Man
That's
Gwen Stacy.
2, yeah.
spoilers for Amazing
about Felicia.
Spider-Man 2.
No, I know. I know Gwen Stacy was.
Okay, we're changing the subject. Go ahead.
I'm trying to tell you why
Okay.
I think that movie didn't make it.
Okay, go ahead.
Is because I think that they killed her, and I know in the comics she dies by
The Green Goblin is the first one, though. But
yeah.
The
And,
movie didn't make it because
I think
it
it's
was
because
terrible.
she got killed off the show, and people didn't really like it that much.
Honestly, I think what the problem was is I think that it's a problem with a lot of movies these days. They're all trying to set up universes, and they focus too much on making a universe and making a good movie. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to set
It's more universe building than story building.
Yeah, and it's sad. You need to like make a good movie. Make a good movie.
a lot of people.
Chris is crying right now.
Come on.
So because a lot of people don't remember, but the Iron Man thing was a complete surprise. Like, did we stay for the end credits for that?
We did because we heard about it, and
I heard about it.
Yeah, we heard about it. I remember seeing
What was the end credit for
Nick Fury.
That was Nick Fury.
Gotcha.
And a lot of people didn't get that, because they didn't understand.
Yeah.
But Iron Man definitely didn't world build. Those early Marvel movies didn't world build very much.
Yeah, no, and that's what was the beauty of
Made
it.
it
Like
successful.
each of those movies was its own individual
Yeah.
movies, and they just concentrated on that movie.
Yeah.
And they didn't have to concentrate on universe
Right.
building because they were going to universe build
And I know people,
in its own movie.
right? And I know
which
people
was
are gonna,
Avengers.
And I'm sorry.
No,
yeah,
you're
you're
fine.
right though. I remember, but like it's like one of those things. It's like I know people disagree with this. I really liked Man of Steel. I like that movie. I thought it was.
I
good.
didn't think it was that bad either.
And it's because they made it a standalone thing. And then as soon as they started making Batman v Superman, they tried to build a world, and it loses something. And it's not as you're right. They rushed that. DC rushed it.
I thought we were going to talk about who's hotter.
Oh yeah. Oh, Justin. Okay. Who's hotter?
I'm glad you brought us back to this because I know you really want to.
Who would you say?
It's a tough one.
Is
Tough
it?
one.
I want you to
Is
remember
it-
that the very first scene you've seen of Mary Jane, she is stretching. I wrote that down too.
No,
That was
it's
weird.
not.
Yeah, she calls.
No, the very
I'm
first
sorry.
scene that you
I'm
see
sorry.
her in is the doorway, and she goes, "You hit the jackpot."
Which is the exact same from the comic, actually.
Face it, Tiger. You just hit the jackpot.
I can say my opinion back.
Okay, go ahead. Who's hotter?
I liked her personality. It was like a little fiery personality when it came to Mary Jane.
She's
Like
supposed to
a
have
redhead?
it. Yeah.
I did not think that she had that kind of personality because usually I didn't think she usually had that.
That's because you're
She
used to
doesn't-
the stale boringness of
Kristen
Kristen Dunst.
Dunst. She was trash. The comics.
She's the only
Snaggletooth.
Mary Jane that's been on
live
the-
action. Yeah.
on the-
well,
the cinema.
spoiler alert for Homecoming. I mean, that one girl is supposed to be Mary Jane, the weird one, Zendaya.
That didn't bother me.
No, she'll be fine. Remember, that was a twist at the end.
Yeah.
What was her name? Michelle.
No, but I thought that they changed it. They're actually going to cast a Mary Jane for it now.
Oh,
Like,
are they?
That was like kind of like a hint, but
Oh, if they cast one, that's great.
I think they.
Either way, I'd be
She's
happy.
supposed to be that way. She's supposed to be kind of edgy. She's supposed to be like a firecracker. She's supposed to be
Yeah.
like.
No, she is.
Yeah, she
I
is.
like that.
Uh-huh.
I like that.
All right, we have John's.
Chris?
So what y'all don't know is that John said, "I like that," and then he paused for about 5 minutes, and we just sat here waiting for him. And then I said, "Edit that out."
John had to go to the bathroom for about 5 minutes.
That's not what happened.
I'm just going.
There was
John-
no editing.
John
That's
went
not what
in-
happened.
I was
John
like,
wouldn't
John,
answer
he was
us.
just standing with his mouth open.
we just hear Mary Jane on loop. Hey Tiger, hey Tiger,
Okay.
you hit the jackpot, you hit the jackpot.
Oh my gosh! All right. That didn't really happen.
I'm crying.
That was good.
That was hilarious.
Okay, all right.
Justin's crying too.
Yeah, I thought Felicia was really boring in my opinion. This is not even based on. It's just that I liked Mary Jane better.
I bet she gets better.
Mary Jane has more of a personality.
I like how like Parker's like, oh, my life sucks. Everybody hates me. And
Yeah,
then
those
he has,
hot chicks
he has
around
two
him.
gorgeous girls that want to date him, and he goes on dates with them whenever he wants. I like the way they do the spider sense in this too, with like the glowing around him of the red and blue. That's
See,
pretty cool.
that's what I kind of like learned that the spider sense should look like.
Yeah, right. And it's not bad in the movies, like little zing, like you
like
hear
his
it.
little hairs.
Yeah,
and, like,
that was
he
cool.
kind of hears
Yeah,
something.
yeah, it's really cool. I like how he always conveniently in this show seemed to be out of web shooter fluid.
Oh no, I'm almost out of fluid.
It was like at the worst times.
God.
It's like, dude, you used to pack like one more canister. You know what I mean? But it was pretty good.
Did they show where they make it in the first season? I can't remember.
In the first season? No, they didn't show who made it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we can wrap this up, I guess. And so I liked it. I guess you'll go first.
John, you go.
John, you go.
I usually go last, so
Okay. Well, when it's yours though, like when it's now it's
I like
mine.
to go last.
You can go second to last because it's my show. Go ahead.
I'm going. Okay.
ahead.
Spider-Man. I liked half of it, and I didn't like half of it.
Okay.
I liked half of it, didn't like half. The half that I really liked it was the action scenes. It was it kind of story built a little bit when it came to certain episodes. I really liked that.
There's a lot of part 1s and part 2s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The puns I didn't really like. I didn't like how they just kind of threw the
Sounds like you didn't like it at all.
The villains into like the story, and then he's like, oh, okay, well, they're
gone.
here.
Yeah.
And then
Sounds like you didn't like it at all.
at the
John.
very end of the episode, they're gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So except for like the part 2s, part 3s. So I'm gonna give you a half point.
Okay.
Even though like I really liked the show, there's like just
But you
some
don't.
things that I kind of didn't like about it.
I take half point. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm really ticked off because this was mine and you took it from me.
Justin, you're doing fine now. You're beating John. We'll go over the points.
No,
after
yeah,
this.
you are.
There's plenty of time for you to catch up. You have a lot of good stuff coming up.
So here's my thoughts on it.
You're not getting a point because you're mad.
Pretty much.
Okay.
That's kind of messed up.
I really thought I was.
We promised each other it would be fair.
I'm out for vengeance.
You remember you like yelled at me when I did
take. Did you hear that? We should take a point away from it.
take a point for vengeance.
What did I yell at you for?
In the contract that we signed, we said that we would take points away if you varied from the contract.
And we would do this until we were 40 so we could watch what we're going to watch. We were going to say
The second season of Power
That's
Rangers.
right. Oh no, it was the second Power Rangers movie. No, remember when you yelled at us remember you yelled at me for picking Boy Meets World? You went like a rant about how it was rigged.
Oh yes.
Okay, go ahead, sorry.
That was
believes it.
rigged.
He still believes that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I do.
Alright.
But anyways,
Give my point.
I
Just freaking give it to
he
me, dude.
knows. I like the movie. I like the show. The only thing that really weirded me out was the way the characters looked. I can't go
That
over
was
their
the only thing?
proportions. Yeah, I mean, look,
You liked everything else about the show?
the quips were corny, but okay.
Just-
I forget. I was.
I like-
He likes the
He likes
weird
funny
pun.
quips.
I like
quips.
corny.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. John, I did not like what you said, how the villains go away.
They actually don't. A lot of them come back.
Yeah.
But you're right for the first season.
But it did. I was like, okay, so Parker is probably 2 or 3 years into being Spider-Man, probably by now.
Close,
Maybe
How old
four.
do you
Probably
think
close
he
to
is?
5.
How old do you do?
So
21, 22?
Has he not fought a supervillain before?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So he's obviously like known. People
Yeah.
know who he is. Jameson hates him. He's already been taking pictures. So was Lizard the first supervillain?
The
he
way
met?
that I see it is, it's like Spider-Man in the new cinematic universe that is right now, where he's just kind of, where he's looking at videos of himself. He's just kind of saving people.
Little
he's
things.
saving buses.
Sure.
and-
That could be. That could be very well be the case.
They could have said something like, I beat up bank robbers and all that, and that's what I do. And then he sees a lizard and he starts like, wait, what?
Right.
I think that would have made a lot more story sense. But it's a kid show, whatever.
There's something else that bothered me. I'm going to interrupt you just real fast, Jesse. There's
Oh,
something else
just
that bothered me, that everything would be so crazy to them. And they'd be like, oh, you're crazy. And they've seen so many
yeah.
other crazy things.
Nobody
like, how is
believes-
that unbelievable to
Yeah,
you?
everybody-
You can stick to a wall with your hands.
That's always so
they're-
ridiculous to me, yeah.
It was when they brought the rhino in, and they're like, oh, this dude's crazy. You saw a rhino? Person dressed up as a rhino?
You can
They saw
swing
a
on
freaking
webs.
lizard. A lizard man.
Good.
I was just gonna say you swing on a web over like 200 feet in the air. How is a guy dressed up as a scorpion that crazy?
Yeah, it's...
My goal in life is to be so ripped that you can hide a tracker under my calf and I won't even notice. Just like the rhino.
He didn't feel it.
He didn't feel
It was right in between both calf muscles.
He's so ripped.
So, in conclusion,
How was Brock? Oh, was it Brock? Yeah.
Eddie Brock.
Eddie Brock.
Hey Brock, when that shirtless scene that he had,
Looks good.
it looked good. Looked good.
Look good.
Another 5 minutes of John just sitting there silently.
It wasn't me silently. He was just like, "You guys, he look good."
Say it. Say it looks good.
In conclusion, I begrudgingly give you a point.
Yes. All right. I liked it. Like I said, I didn't see anything wrong with this show. I was all about it.
Sure.
I mean, the puns were a little unnecessary. I also didn't like how, we didn't talk about it, but the chameleon episode, how he can turn all these different people, but he had the belt. So he's like, all he do is look for the belt.
Yeah.
Why would you not look for the belt? But no, I liked it a lot. It just reminded me of reading the encyclopedia and being all about
That's
it.
cool.
So we should watch season 2. I kind of want to see Felicia become Black Cat. I think that'd be kind of interesting.
Is that in season 2?
I don't know.
And then we can compare Mary Jane and Black Cat.
There we go. And then Felicia's stock raises way up. And honestly, like, I think what's good about this show, and it's kind of the same with Batman. Spider-Man and Batman have the best rogues gallery of any other superhero. By
Agreed.
far.
What do you mean?
Like the best villains. It's
Oh, yeah.
the rogues gallery. Like you can't deny these villains are great. So yeah, we'll try season 2. I don't remember season 2. I think I really watched the saga. I really want to see Carnage. I hope he's in season 2. But anyways, at some point,
I know
we'll
Carnage
watch-
is there.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
watch
really
season
glad that they brought Kingpin into the
He's
the
great.
Marvel universe.
That's a good voice too. Oh, you mean the MCU?
Yeah.
Oh,
Another
Vincent-
oddly proportioned character.
yeah.
D'Onofrio plays a really good Kingpin.
D'Onofrio's
though.
great. Yeah, he's like a big baby. Okay,
I know he played Gomer Pyle. Did you know that?
I know that year.
In Full Metal Jacket?
I know that.
And neither. That was pretty good.
Justin always know these really weird facts.
What's
about,
a-
like
What's
all
a weird
these
fact?
movies.
Full Metal Jacket's
You know
a really
what?
famous movie.
What I really want you to play, Justin, is that HQ app. That
I have it. I'm terrible at it. If you
are you really? That is
Yeah.
so
So
shocking.
we went on a cruise.
I'm only good at pop culture.
Another Justin story. We went on a cruise, and
God.
me, Chris, and Justin. Were we all?
No. This was the very first day.
I know.
Justin was the only one at this point that was drunk.
Oh yeah, okay.
Now, hold on,
He
I wanna-
was very, very.
So
drunk.
this is what I drank. I
And-
remember what I drank. Hold on.
Go ahead.
So we tried to sneak alcohol on.
It all
All
got-
we could get was wine.
That's right.
So I was like, this is the only day I'm going to get hammered, because it was the first spring break after my first couple of months of teaching. I'm like, I'm getting hammered. So I literally take like one of the sleeves of wine and I
So-
just chug.
Got drunk. We went to a trivia day at the cruise, and he
so
went
much
up there and he just wrecked shop.
I am
But
happy.
yeah, he was winning so easily that they made him go all the way to the other side of the stage, and he had to run and hit the button. And there was a couple times where he stumbled while running to hit the button,
And he still beat everybody.
and he still beat
I
everybody.
don't think I got a question wrong.
No, I don't think so. Which was shocking because he was so plastic.
And we were like sitting out there in the audience. I was like, "Oh, Justin doesn't know that." And he just bleep. Oh yeah, that's I'm like what? I didn't know you like knew what that was. Okay. Anyway, let's wrap this up. Point wise, we haven't done it points in a while. So
I don't want to.
I have 7.
You have 7 points. No, you don't.
I had 5.5, and you gave me 0.5, and you
Oh.
gave me 1.
This is rigged.
Just give it just give it Justin's.
If you didn't hear that bump, that was me banging my
Justin
head.
has 2.5. Is that right? Yeah, you have 2.5.
Sure.
And then John has 1.
I have 1.
Maybe you should pick better shows. Okay. Anyways,
I'm picking the shows that I watched when I was little.
I think it's gonna even out. I really do.
I picked
because
the shows that I.
You're saying that.
well,
No,
next time I'm doing X-Men, I don't know anything about X-Men. We'll get into that later. But all right. So
I'm picking
What's
Batman.
next
and I'm-
week?
My next show
oh
is
yeah.
Batman.
No, tell us your next. Well, next.
Or like my next show is
next show. Is
Batman.
Batman. Okay, we have room for you. We'll do that. We'll fencing in. All right. So John, what are we watching next?
Oh, we're watching Smart House.
Finally watching Smart House.
Smart House.
Another Disney Channel original.
I don't think I watched that.
I didn't watch it when I was little.
I don't think I did either.
I did. It was my favorite movie.
Was
it
it?
was.
Yep.
We're gonna do Smart House, another Disney Channel original.
I'll probably hate this one.
I mean, I hate you.
And if you guys want to give us suggestions, let us know. Also, let us know how you like if you like Avengers. You can find us on Gmail at Another Man's Pod and Instagram. John is finally on the Twitter. He's finally doing stuff. It's very exciting.
Putting on the twit.
I hate you. You know, I hate you.
Come follow
You
us.
just gave me the login.
Come follow us on Twitter and give us suggestions. Tell us what you thought of Avengers. And, give us suggestions. We are doing a lot of suggestions now, and we're going to keep doing them. We have a pretty good lineup, so let us know. And if yours is good, we'll stick it in.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
You can also find us on Facebook,
Whoa.
Facebook and Instagram, Another Man's Pod. And follow us on Facebook or on Twitter and Facebook. And subscribe to our iTunes, Spotify, Google Play.
Rate us.
We're on it all, man.
We don't know what it does, but rate us.
It helps. We have 6 reviews.
I heard that if you Google us and we have like a high rating, maybe it's on Google though. Like it will pop up.
Maybe.
Like
If you rate us, I'll make a video of myself saying you hit the jackpot.
I'll make a video of that even if no one does it.
We're gonna have
and John will watch it.
We're gonna have so many reviews now. All right.
So the computer's not even gonna be able to handle it.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. We'll
It's
see
going to crash.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week with Smart House.
Justin's gonna break the internet.